XRP just surged to around $2.27, and it's glowing green today. Exactly what I was hoping for, guys. Seriously, I've been craving this kind of price movement, and finally, it's happening. This is the moment I was waiting on. Thank goodness. We called this move, didn't we? XRP was teetering on the edge of something big, and now it's starting to explode. That breakout we talked about, June 29th was the spark. It just needed to clear $2.21s early this morning, and it did. So now the big question, what's really going on with XRP's price right now? Because this breakout might just be the beginning of something massive. Remember what I said in the last video? There was one major resistance level holding XRP down, just one. It was the 4-hour moving average, and I said, once we bust through that level, it's go time. And what do you? It looked like we were about to break out, but they dipped it one more time to scoop liquidity. Then boom, we finally got that explosion I've been talking about. Now let me tell you what happened on my end. I was in mental agony yesterday. Like seriously, it was rough. Price kept dipping, and I was trying to long multiple times. I won't lie, I lost quite a bit of XRP in the process. But here's the twist. I nailed the perfect long entry right down here on a 30 by leverage. Yep, that was my redemption moment. So now what we want is clear. We need some healthy consolidation, followed by another push upward, rinse and repeat. XRP just has to maintain this structure. And honestly, it's already shaping up perfectly. Oh, and back to that mental roller coaster. I legit couldn't sleep last night. I was completely sleep deprived, just staring at my phone nonstop, watching the chart like a hawk. I dozed off with my phone in hand, waking up every 15 minutes only to see $2.17 again and again. I was begging XRP to finally make a move. And when I woke up for real, boom, look where we are now. Absolutely beautiful, guys. All right, guys, now things are getting really interesting. Along with XRP's pump, we've got a red alert flashing, and you already know this is where it gets fun for the XRP community. So what's going on with Mr. Poole? Dates like 16/21 and now the 30th are all lining up. Today's the 30th, and guess what? XRP just blasted off. Was he speaking in metaphors? Possibly. But when you look at the charts, it's playing out exactly as hinted. Now let's get to this Nathaniel Rothschild. Yeah, that Rothschild says XRP is targeting $7 to $13 in the near term. After that, he's predicting Tether collapses, and then a mega market crash follows. So maybe somewhere in that price range it could be a good time to take profits. But here's the real kicker. Once that resistance block is cleared and XRP enters the multi-digit territory, the sky isn't the limit anymore. We're talking triple-digit or even 4-digit XRP. That's what the diehards are waiting for. Then we've got an update from Crypto Insight UK. According to Polymarket, the odds of an XRP ETF getting approved have now spiked to 31%. Something is brewing. Are insiders front-running big news? Maybe. But let's be honest, the charts told us before anyone else did. If you've been keeping up with my last video, we predicted this. XRP was right at the edge, sitting under both diagonal and horizontal resistance lines. And the moment it broke above, boom, major move. But here's the exciting part. External catalysts are lining up for even more upside. Why? Well, drumroll. Word is, a Ripple ETF approval could drop before July 31st. Again, Polymarket is betting on it. 31% odds. And if that happens, game over. It's full send season. Also, we've got something huge set for July 3rd. That's right, the SEC lawsuit might finally be wrapping up. There's a Sunshine Act meeting scheduled, and it's a private one, which means they could be voting behind closed doors to officially end the Ripple versus SEC case. After that, they'll likely announce it publicly. And if so, that's the final boss defeated. We're talking left-off mode. In parallel, something else big is happening. XRP is now live on Injective. The EVM-compatible sidechain is growing rapidly, and Injective just became the first major chain to integrate XRPL's mainnet. That means XRP now has a gateway into massive DeFi infrastructure. We're entering a new chapter, folks. This isn't just hype. This is real-world financial transformation. XRP is like a web now spreading across the crypto ecosystem and beyond. Why? Because real-world utility is finally here. It's time to move past Bitcoin maximalism and meme coins and start focusing on assets that actually do something. Sure, everything's speculative, but when you add real utility, it's a completely different game. A better one. A stronger one. Also, let's talk volume. XRP just hit 2.30s, and volume is spiking. We brought this up yesterday too. Korean exchanges are front-running again. Happens every time. They start loading up and XRP pumps like clockwork. Why is that? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe someone with deep connections. Arthur Brito, perhaps. Or maybe it's just smart bots on Upbit, buying before they trigger all the buy orders and send XRP flying. We'll get into price action in a moment, but just know, XRP is officially broken out of a resistance line that's been holding it back since early 2025. That's 6 months of downward pressure, gone. Let me say that again, XRP is finally unleashed, like a phoenix. Now to top it all off, we've got some cryptic but exciting signals. On July 10, 2021, Mr. Potato dropped a smiley face with double X's. Double digits, maybe. Another one for July, more smiley faces. Some happy tears. It all seems to point to this month being huge. So when will XRP finally return to new all-time highs? Maybe, just maybe, July 6th is the day. This is shaping up to be a wild month. We've got what I like to call the week of glory coming in hot. July 21st is the date to watch. It hasn't kicked off just yet, but trust me, it's coming. The cycle is turning again, and we're approaching another massive moment, hidden deep in the folds of time. I mean, just thinking about it gives me chills. My heart literally feels lighter. Now check this out. David Schwartz posted something that caught my eye. Whenever he's feeling like his code's getting messy or overloaded, he looks at this image. What is it? It's from the old Add or Remove Programs menu. Except this one has a more permanent option. Not just a recycle bin, but a total wipe, clean slate. And here's the kicker. He's referencing a Western Australia time zone update. It's a small thing, right? Just 4 gigabytes, but why highlight that? Why point to Australia of all places? Something's fishy, and then he jokes, gotta get a new hard drive. Could this be a metaphor, like resetting, upgrading, changing time zones, changing timelines? Then there's the GIF he posted. It's vague, but the message feels urgent. It's time. Let's move. Hurry. Oh, and there's this little gem, something labeled use rarely. That phrase stands out. There's also a note about memory size being just shy of a perfect power of 2. A technical hint that screams underflow, or even change. I'd probably shrink the size too. Now here's the real bombshell. I noticed something crazy. The name Ruby shows up, and July's birthstone just happens to be Ruby. A fiery red gem tied to passion, strength, and courage. It's a symbol of bold moves and dramatic shifts. You know where I'm going with this, right? It gets crazier. Ruby is a core system component on most computers, and in Schwartz's image, it's right there, on display. In July, nothing is coincidence anymore. Massive clues all over the place. Oh, and someone told David, hey, maybe it's time to update your Twitter banner. His reply? He's thinking about switching to a cake image. Why cake? Well, guess what the price was in the image? 114. Yup, feels like he's hinting at price. He's been posting like crazy today, very active. And this cake might be more than dessert. It could be a celebration preview. Meanwhile, Garlinghouse is out here tweeting that institutional demand for XRP is stronger than ever. The exact same signal we saw before the run-up to 3. History about to repeat. And get this, Ripple is officially withdrawing their cross-appeal. And rumor is the SEC is preparing to do the same. You already know what that means. Final chapter incoming. Now let's zoom out. Looking at the XRP BTC chart on higher time frames like the daily 2-day and 3-day, the bullish divergence is blaring. It's showing up everywhere. That kind of confirmation almost always signals major upside. And the charts don't lie. XRP is now broken out of a long-standing resistance. This line has been caging price for half a year. That's gone now. It's free. There's still one more barrier to monitor on the 3-day chart around 2. But beyond that, there's no ceiling. It's liftoff. Also interesting, the XRP ETH chart has just signaled a major reversal from the bottom. Another strong clue that the alt season rotation is beginning, and XRP is leading it. Then we've got numerology showing up again. Today's date, June 30, holds a 33 and 5 IP9, gives us $3.60. Kind of poetic since today is 60. Is this the big reset day? Honestly, every piece is falling into place. The charts, the symbols, the time cycles, everything is screaming.